Hi everyone and welcome to our video for our Yuletide Cheer release. It is a fantastic collection that is really elegant. As you can clearly see, navy is a predominant color in this, and we all know how popular navy has become lately. It is the almost the color of the year type thing, where you're seeing it in everything from home decor and clothing and you name it. You are seeing that beautiful bold navy, and you're gonna love it in this collection. Mary Fran really nailed the actual color of it. You know how the navy can have a bit of different tones to it? This is a beautiful navy tone and so much complementary with the golds in there and everything else. Before we get to a chance to see everything in this kit, this is our bundled collection, and our bundled collection always contains all 5 coordinated products for those of you that are new to us. Each of those products has no duplicates in it, so you don't have to worry that you're getting things that you already have in a different product. And you're saving 20%. The list price saves you 20% versus purchasing each of these items individually. So definitely worthwhile, especially in a Christmas kit when you're going to be making so many different Christmas cards and maybe it's gift tags, maybe whatever it is, home decor items, whatever it is. There is so much to make for Christmas. So we start out with a belly band. So whether you're using this as a slide over for a card, to keep your card shut, or maybe it's on a mini album or a photo album. These are fantastic items to use, and we start off with a bang here. Other bands include these, so that way you get something that is gorgeous and kind of half done for you, if you will. All you'll want to do is put a tag on that. Same thing here. It gives you a little more creative freedom. Beautiful banner label with the Christmas wishes on there, and that gives you an example of really what the kit is embodying here. You see the beautiful golds, the gorgeous navy, how it all blends together. Again, Mary Fran has really outdone herself here with a gorgeous collection. Some Christmas ornaments or baubles, depending on what you call them, again in the shimmer and the shine, as well as in the beautiful navy. A bell. The Christmas bells are just gorgeous, and you can see that pattern in there. Almost looks like those, frozen kind of candy icicle kind of looking things. Beautifully done. Into the background pages, here is a gorgeous damask, just beautiful. Christmas is one of those seasons where you usually kind of dress things up a little bit. Whether that be for your cards, your home decor, your Christmas decorations, whatever. And this kit really has it all. Look at the beautiful honeycomb. It almost reminds you of some of the most gorgeous wrapping paper that you've seen. Same thing with the poinsettias, all blended together. Look at the richness of that paper in the navy. It is absolutely stunning, and it really grabs your attention. These are the things. Here's Snowflake. So as you can see as I'm scrolling through these, there are so many papers. I know when I created the card to just give you an example and give you some ideas that I'll show you here at the end, it's really hard when you're going through and to say, which one do I choose? I love this one. Look at the stationery back. So it's really about, do I want it to be a little lighter? Do I want to enhance that navy and have that rich look? Or do I want something in the whites that has the navy as an accent? You can go both ways, obviously. Or you can even go into these tartans and have something that's really homespun, that real warmth, that real feeling that you want to give. So into the elements, we start out with a border. Again, really well done. Just so beautiful with those gold accents in there. Really highlights it. Same thing with the teal. And then you have the silver accents in there. 2 different ways, no matter how you want to, no matter what your creativity sees, this is truly a beautiful Christmas collection. Sorry again for the good old Windows with their photo viewer here, making it big and then, going down to small. Sorry about that. That's a glitch in Windows system here that they haven't seemed to work out just yet. So I'll pause at each one so you get to see it a little better. Card fronts. Mary Fran has made some card fronts for you, so in case you're a little short on time, you have stuff in here that you can whip together. Really, if you added a sentiment tag on here, you could just print that. There it is. There's a Christmas card, quick Christmas card. Maybe it was a neighbor that you see, and there it is with a sentiment, if that's the sentiment you wanted. Maybe it's a neighbor, or it's somebody unexpected. You're like, oh man, it was a coworker, it was whatever. I forgot to do a card for them. All you have to do really is put it on there on your paper, press print, and away you go. You've got a card, right? Comfort and joy. This is because Mary Fran, I'm going to show you at the end. Mary Fran does the layout inspiration for each collection, and I do the card. I chose to go with this because she went darker in the layout and chose to use the richness of the blues and that. So I wanted to go a little lighter, and you'll see how that turned out. So that'll give you some ideas. Yuletide greetings for you. Again, great labels that are done for you. Here's a blank label. We recognize that not everybody has English as their primary language. Or maybe the sentiment was something you wanted to say Happy Christmas, because I know many of you say Happy Christmas as well. We want to give you those options so that you still have personalization options, but obviously some of the things are done for you. Look at those corner clusters. Just gorgeous, right? Frames. Frames are not only for photos, don't forget that. You can frame in your sentiment inside your card or on your page of your layout or mini album. You can frame in main elements. There's so many uses for those frames, and you can adorn them further because they just have the papers on them. Great greeting tags. Again, imagine these as your gift tags. Maybe you want to print those off and use those as gift tags this year. Same thing with the journal cards. Maybe you want to use that as a gift tag and you write on the back of it. Like, what a lovely way of utilizing this kit, right? Journal labels, again, very well done. They're very elaborate. Left the center blank. Whether you want to put a photo in there, you want to put a main element in there, you want to write a sentiment, whatever you want to do, there it is for you. Again, look at that gorgeous label. Now that is one to take a stop at and really pause and love that. How Mary Fran has, again, completed everything for you to make it very easy for you to utilize that in your cards and layouts as well as gift tags. You've got it all set right here. All the hard work's been done. You simply print them out and utilize them, which is really, in busy days and busy lives, isn't that something that access is great to have, as well as having all the parts and pieces so that when you have the time, you've set aside some time to create for yourself, you still can utilize this kit and have full creative freedom in here, right? Mini tags here, again, really special tags that are very elaborately done here. Can be main tags for you, can be main elements for you in your layouts and cards, but obviously can be gift tags, everything else, right? Very simple to do. Here are the poinsettia clusters individually done. So those are wonderful when you have the creative time in order to create cards yourself. And this is a present bottom, okay? So, and here is the lid of it. So I'm going to go back again just so you can see it now. So there you go. You can print that off and have a lid. So imagine what things you could do, and there it is as a fully finished, completed present. So imagine the cards that you could, because you could take and make this, just glue down the edges and make a pocket out of it, have the lid, and attach a piece of paper to the back of it that slides into the present, and that's where your sentiment is on. You can do so many things with this. That's just one obvious example. Here is another present in a lighter color because Mary Fran wanted you to have lights and darks. Obviously, we don't know which way you're seeing this kit and which way you want to go with it. Or maybe you want to use it for all your cards. And so obviously you don't want every card to be the same. You want differences to them. You maybe want them to coordinate or whatever, but you don't want them to be the exact same. So there you have it, right? You have lights, darks, the silvers, the golds, the navies. You really have it all in this collection. And here are some pre-made word strips. So that way you have things that you can easily pop in. Hopefully it has a sentiment that you were looking for and that you're happy with. But if not, here are the blank ones so that way you can fill them into exactly whatever it is that you wanted. You can say, give your best Christmas wish on whatever it is. Inside the little bits, again, our little bits, for those of you that are new, have more pretty much exclusively finished items. So they're a great place to start when you're going to create and you say, where do I start? There's so much. I love this. I love that. The little bits is a great place to come to because there are finished elements, like perfectly, like look at that. May the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with peace and love. That is a main element, no question about it. So if you start with something like that, it shows, okay, there's a predominance of navy in here. I got accents of the teal and the silver. It allows you to work backwards and choose your papers based on, you already know that's the main element you want to use. Like I said before, the little bits has tons of sentiment labels, tons of pre-made main elements for you. So that way you can easily turn to that. If you have a little bit of creative block and you're not quite sure where to start, this is the place to be, is in the Little Bits. Now the Little Bits also is going to contain, and I think he's coming up here right away, the only Santa, here he is, the only Santa that is in any of the parts of this is in the Little Bits. There's none in the FQB, there's none anywhere else. So if you are looking for a Santa, he's in the Little Bits. This is a digital stamp. So may your Christmas be filled with the warmth of family and friends. This works exactly as your polymer stamps do. You put that on, you add that to a paper, a photo, whatever, before your card front, whatever, before you print it. And that way, that is how you utilize that, because everything in behind this is absolutely opaque. You just get, the words will just show up wherever you place them. So these are great to use because you can add that sentiment to maybe one of the other tags you wanted. Maybe you want to add it to a paper, like I said, or something else. You place that onto it before you print it, and off you go. In the 2 paper pack, again, as I mentioned earlier, there's no duplicates. You'll see these. You've seen all these patterns before, but not in these colors. The FQB does not have the Fa La La paper in white and silver. It does not come anywhere else other than in the 2 paper pack. So once again, the bundle is such a great deal because not only does it save you some money, which is important in today's day and age when everything is so expensive out in the world, and your heating and your food is taking a little bit more chunk of your paycheck, but this gives you so much more creative ability because you have all these additional things. Like I said before, you want them to coordinate but not be the exact identical. In the solids, think of the solids like digital cardstock, but also, as you can see, there is this pattern, this very basic pattern and subdued pattern in the background. So you can use that as a background paper, like obviously. Use it as and then adorn it. Maybe you use the corner clusters in here. You add one of the tags. You add on a photo, or you add in some of the other belly band, whatever. You can utilize that, obviously, as another background paper. Lastly here is our talk. So our talk is just our alpha, and as you can see, it sparkles. If there's anything that happens at Christmas, boy, it is so okay to add sparkle and shine and shimmer. That is one of the key things of Christmas, that you get to add that in, where other parts of the year it may not work as well. But this alpha is capital letters, a bit of punctuation as well, so that way you can spell out names, dates, places, words, Christmas sentiments, whatever it is that you want. You can spell it out with the alpha, and it highlights it and punctuates it, your cards, your layouts, your mini albums, whatever it is that you're creating. The alphas are really something to use if you haven't used them before. So lastly, before I let you go here, I'm going to show you some inspiration, and let's just find our layout. Here we go. So there gives you a great example if you are, again, having a little bit of creative block, or how do I pair these things together? I like this, but I'm not quite sure. This gives you something to follow along with. That is such a spectacular layout, but it could also be a card, to be honest with you, because you don't have to put any photos of anything in it if you don't want to. This is absolutely stunning, and this encompasses the entire collection, really what it represents. That is the whole essence of it, is the beautiful navy as that dark, rich contrast to the lighter golds and silvers and even the lighter teal. That really kind of shows it all off. And there is the card. As I mentioned to you earlier, I wanted to show off the lighter version of this kit, and you can go to a lighter version if you didn't want that big navy to it, or whatever the case may be. You can go off in the lighter version in order to do this here. So I hope that gives you a little bit of inspiration, and I hope that you have loved and seeing our first Christmas kit release of the year. I hope this is something that you can obviously see for your Christmas collection for this year. You doing your Christmas cards and whatever else you like to do with your Christmas creating. So thanks again for tuning in. And before you dash off, please go down, subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that way you'll be made available of everything every time a new video comes out. As well, give us the thumbs up and let us know in a comment what you're planning to create with this year's Christmas Yuletide Cheer. Thanks once again, and happy creating.